Good. Hey, this is Sal. We're over at the sink now with Nicole. I want to point out a couple things that when you use our product, the Salvatize hair care products, and you use this system, it's really important to spend some extra time really rinsing the hair and separating it. I think a lot of women out there, when they wash their hair, think the timing, the time is important. Is that water okay?
Yeah.
Okay. They think that, oh, I don't have time to really wet my hair down. I've got to go. The amount of time you spend with your hair wetting it down, the better your styling results will be and the less time you'll have to spend styling. So you want to really spend extra time really wetting the hair down from the top to the bottom, to the roots to the ends. Once we get it saturated, and I recommend about 90 seconds of rinsing it. What you're going to do, and make sure, do not use more than just a tiny bit of the shampoo. Distribute it in your hands, and then what you're going to do is you're going to wash her hair at the scalp first. Now I want to point out is that you can see that this product, my product, did not lather very well at first. That is normal. When your hair is not as healthy as it can be, this is what occurs. The shampoo gets to one spot, it doesn't even travel to the ends. That's okay. Day one, you want to shampoo it physically and quickly as best you can. Push it down the ends as far as it can. But that's all that lather is going to do. So we're going to rinse that out. That's step one. I tell everybody that uses my product, especially people that have longer hair, it's not unusual for you to have to shampoo your hair 3 times or more on the first day. Now, note what happens now. As I put the second lather in, it starts to lather a little bit more, a little bit further. Are you tender-headed? No. Okay, good. It lathers a little bit further down the shaft, but you can see it only has gone to here. So it started here, the second lather takes it to here. It's not unusual, but you can't get this involved at all. All you want to try to do is work this down as far as it can go and then rinse it out. That's it. So she's definitely going to need 3, maybe even 4 the first day. The second time, the very next day, is that too hot? The very next day that she does this, it will lather a lot better, and by the third day you really can see the lather it takes off pretty easily. Again, another small amount. I'm not using a lot, and you'll see now we're going to get even more lather further down the hair shaft. Bring the ends in. Now people say, well, you shouldn't shampoo your hair. You can move around a little bit too, Ann, if you want. You shouldn't shampoo your hair really physically. You're going to damage it. That's really not the case. I'm being a little on the gentle side because our hair is in a fragile state. But typically, when you shampoo, you want to be physical. You don't want to treat it gently. Even if you think, put your head back a little bit. Even if you think your hair is fragile, if you're using good product, physical is okay. Now we're going to do it again, and this one should get it all the way. Again, that's all we're using, just a small amount. This is a very concentrated product. We start our shampoo at the scalp. Now we're getting somewhere all the way down to the ends. Work that through. You notice all the way down to the very tips. Now the shampoo has traveled from the roots to the ends. This mild moisturizing product that's our shampoo is really providing a very valuable benefit right now. Moisturizing the hair while gently cleaning off film and residue. I want to make sure we rinse this all out. Now that the shampoo is completely rinsed out, I'm going to demonstrate. Let me just sneak behind you there, Aunt. Let me look in here for a second. It's important that you, before you apply the moisturizer, and I'm going to set her up to do this. Before you apply the moisturizer, okay, you can set up, thank you. Before you apply the moisturizer, now this is going to be a real challenge, and I know it's going to be. for Nicole, you can see, let's actually follow us back over to the styling chair, Ann. Come on. I want to demonstrate this. This is an important point. I want you to see the state of Nicole's hair, and she's a real doll for letting us do this, but look what she's up against. She's up against, on a daily basis, she's up against a head of hair that's really tangled and really not cooperating. And in order to take her hair to the next level, which is getting it really healthy, it's important that we take and get out these tangles before we apply the moisturizer. Very important. You want to shake this hair loose. Do you have a perm in your hair? Or is your hair naturally curly?
It's curly.
You have gorgeous hair. I didn't know you had curly hair like this. You're gonna love your hair. I thought it was straight.
Well, it's not a nice curl.
Well, it's inconsistent.
Right.
Yeah. Well, what you're gonna love is the fact that it's gonna become more consistent now.
Oh.
You're gonna get consistently more something, and either way, it's going to be more cooperative. Now you see what we're up against here. These areas here. This hair's really been compromised. It's really in a very fragile state. Also, as I pull through, I'm getting pieces on my hands. So now that we get majority of the tangles out. Now I also want to point out too, she's really going to need a pH balancing effect of some kind. When the hair gets to this state where it's really tangled and sticking together, the pH is all out of whack. So we're going to recommend we get a little bit of rainwater, a beer, some vinegar, which will reset your pH. So we're going to do this before we moisturize. And I'll be right back, Ann. Stay tuned. Now, once we get most of the tangles out, this is what is most important. The reason why our product's in such a small bottle is for this very reason. Shampoo makes hair healthy. This amount of moisturizer is all that's required for what we're doing right now. On dry hands, that's important. Now watch what we do. I'm going to tilt your head to the side a little bit. All I'm going to do, without even closing my hand, is I'm just touching this. Tilt your head back toward me. I'm touching this up into the hair. I'm not wiping it. Most people, when they put conditioner on, they go like this. You don't want to do that. You want to touch it. You want some hairs, look, it still has it on there. Some hairs to be moisturized and others not to be, to create the texture and give her styleability. The rest of this, I rinse off my hands or I wipe. If I take the rest of that and apply it to the hair and to the scalp, I have now over-conditioned it and it will make it flat. Now we're going to take and just really gently kind of knock out the rest of these tangles. Now these tangles won't be here in a couple days. This is going to be a whole different scenario with trying to deal with your hair. But see, she's, I don't know how you can, the amount of time you must have to spend on your hair and then to get the results that you're getting must be very frustrating.
Yeah.
And you have really pretty hair. You're going to really love your hair in just a few days. I'm not damaging the hair. I'm using my comb very lightly. Just kind of tugging on it to get the rest of the tangles out. Now I can see already we've got some shine that is going to come back because that moisturizing shampoo is going to be taking that off of there. Okay, when we come back, I'm going to get the rest of the tangles out of Nicole's hair. I'm going to do a little trim on it and talk more about what you can expect to have her hair in just a few minutes. I'll see you in a couple.